Hello, everyone. Welcome to Take Control of Your Own Success in 5 Steps. I'm Heather Sutton, and I'm so pleased that you are here with us today. Before I get started, I just want to mention that if you have questions during the workshop, please feel free to type them into either the questions area or the chat area, and I'll be sure to either cover them during the workshop today or I'll absolutely email you after the workshop with responses to your questions. So I want to make sure that you know that I see them and that I will get back to you with an answer. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Again, it's Heather Sutton, and I'm so pleased that you're here today. Let's take control of your success in 5 steps. Since you're here, I can make a few assumptions about you. First, you're probably a very dedicated individual that works hard and always strives for excellence and delivers quality output. You know the importance of taking care of yourself and others because you do it all the time, so that must be true. You're seeking to constantly improve yourself with learning opportunities, and you probably seek feedback and incorporate that back into your continuous improvement. And like many other hardworking people that are full of integrity, you are known for doing the right thing at the right time, and you're a valuable asset to your organization. If you're like me, you were taught from a young age that if you did these things, you would be successful in your career, right? We work hard and we want recognition for it, but that doesn't always happen quite like you imagine, does it? If this resonates with you, you've come to the right place. During this workshop, we're going to talk about ways to get the success that you deserve for the hard work that you put in. After we explore the 5 steps that I'm going to tell you about, and you put them into practice, you will be armed. You'll be more confident in yourself and your contributions, and have an opportunity to be the leader that you were meant to be, the one that you were aspiring to be. And you'll be able to help others achieve their goals and make a difference in other people's lives. You'll know how to align yourself with leadership that you respect and be part of a successful organization that you know for sure values your input. You will be able to see your contributions at work. You will like what you do and know that you're making a difference and helping others. With these 5 strategies in place, you'll be more in control of your future and your success. And you can see and feel the payoff from your hard work, financially and otherwise. The most rewarding part is that you'll be able to give back to others because your success and experience is something that you want to share. And you'll be an example of the success that others aspire to. Now, if you don't put the 5 strategies into place, I can only promise one thing. I promise that things are going to stay the way they are. You'll continue to watch other people get promoted to leadership positions without proven leadership skills and results. You'll continue to feel impact to your success coming from outside circumstances, and other people will have control over your future and your success. You'll continue to be disappointed in your compensation and in comparison to the hard work and heart that you've always put into your career. You'll keep wishing that you could give back and make a real difference without having the funds or the confidence or the time to do what you want to do. And you'll continue to put all of your effort into supporting leadership that doesn't seem to value your input. Or you'll continue to support leadership that doesn't actually drive to achieve superior results themselves. So, enough about the current state of affairs. Let's dive into what we're here for today. There are 5 things I'm going to teach you in the next 45 minutes. And by the end of this workshop, you'll know how to become a subject matter expert and leader and have people coming to you for your input and feedback. You may already have leadership, you may already have a subject matter expertise, but I'm going to show you how to guarantee it. You'll know how to achieve income that is equal to the passion and commitment that you give. Novel idea, huh? I'm going to show you how to be part of an effort that promotes people that deserve to be promoted. By the end of this workshop, you'll know how to find ways to give back and help others every day because you have something valuable to share and even more to offer. And I'm going to guide you to ways to channel your energy and work hard into something that you are 100% sure really adds value and makes a difference and help others. Wouldn't it be nice to really feel good about what you do every day? It's so easy to forget about how important it is when you're stuck in the daily grind. So I'm going to make a promise to you right now. My promise is a step-by-step program that will show you how to take control of your own prosperity using skills that you already have in a way that adds value to others and allows you to match your passion and commitment to your achievements. I'm going to give you a chance to read that again. All right. Now, along with that promise, there are a few things that you need to know. Listen carefully and put some thought into what I'm about to say, because if these things don't agree with you, I want you to be really honest with yourself. First one, this is not a scheme to make quick, easy money. There will be work involved here, and I know you're not afraid of that. This is not a strategy that is going to allow you to take an easy road and reap results. In other words, there's no room for entitlement here. You drive your own outcome. People who are successful with these strategies have a continuous drive to succeed and desire to do their best. They have limitless energy for improvement and are not afraid of a challenge. So after thinking about what I've promised you and about what you're willing to put into this, let's ponder a few common scenarios that may seem familiar. Do you spend your weekends and free time lamenting about work and how you really deserve recognition or it's not quite what you want it to be, wondering why management can't see that someone that has a leadership position isn't living up to the challenge? Do you feel that your efforts at work are going unnoticed by your colleagues or that maybe you're being taken for granted? Does it seem like others maybe get the credit or pay raise that you deserve? Now, this one's a tough one. Have you given in to the harsh realization that your once bright future has transformed into just a job where you go, do your time, go home, and earn a steady paycheck? But has your once burning passion fizzled out? Just a job. Do you wish away the time until your next bonus or raise that so you can buy something that you want or go on trips with your family and give them a life that you dream about? Most of us look forward to Friday. But think about this. Are you living your life or are you getting through life so that you can enjoy these big moments? Do you feel bad that you couldn't give back to your community or favorite organization in bigger ways with more time, more valuable contributions, or more financial impact? Are you making excuses that you don't have the time or money to do what you really want to do? Are these things that you really want to do for others on the back burner for now because you don't have time or you don't have the money or you're focusing on other things? This all sounds familiar, doesn't it? In one shape or another, not being in control of your own destiny is all of the things that I've just described. So now that I have you fully immersed in the harsh realities, I'm going to go even deeper. I'm going to get straight to the core. When you dig down really deep, I venture to say that your biggest fear is that you will never be the success that you set out to be or imagined to be when you were young and wide-eyed. You've given up or settled into the life that happened to you rather than the life you dreamed about. And now it's too late. Wow, that's scary to see that in writing, isn't it? Well, guess what? I have news for you. The real problem isn't that it's too late. The real problem is that you haven't had the steps that I'm going to share with you. Once you have the strategies that I'm going to teach you, and you see them all together in one place, they're not difficult strategies. You're going to realize that you can turn this around. And that fear is going to lose its power as you gain control of your destiny and your success. And once you have mastered the 5 strategies, you're going to spend your time enjoying your family and knowing that you're the leader that you set out to be and that you're doing the right thing with your time. You're going to be able to 100% focus on your loved ones or your favorite activities because your mind won't be cluttered with lamenting about the way things are. You'll have more energy and passion for all of your activities. And this motivation will be driven by the results that you see every day. You know what it's like when you gain momentum when things are going well? Same concept here. That time when you jumped out of bed just to get to it, that's the kind of energy I'm talking about. Once you've put the 5 strategies into practice, you're going to have confidence in the value that you bring to the table and be able to surround yourself with others that have the same values and bring their own strengths to the table. Such a valuable synergy to have in the workplace, and we don't see it every day in the corporate world. With these 5 strategies in place, you're going to be able to take that trip that was always someday, you know the one, and buy what you want when you want it. You can give your family the things that they deserve. Goodness knows you all deserve it. You work hard. And think about this. You'll be able to give back to your community or organization that is important to you in a way that matches how you feel about it in your heart. Who's going to benefit from this? Think about it. Is it your church, your community, a research or medical organization, or maybe all of these have a place in your heart? All right, so this all sounds great, I bet, right? But probably you're asking yourself, who's Heather? And why does she have all these strategies? How can Heather Sutton help me? Well, let me take a minute and tell you a little bit about myself. First, I'm a career professional with over 18 years of experience in business, consultation, project management, leadership, organizational efficiency, and digital marketing. I've spent my career working in various industries, most recently financial, and I have seen it all in the corporate setting. I created this business so that I could reach my own potential and help others nurture their own personal destiny as well. I have a passion for helping hardworking people overcome feelings of frustration due to career roadblocks, and I love helping people recognize their strengths and how to utilize them for the success that's theirs for the taking. Sometimes you can't see what your strengths are or see how easy it would be to put them into practice. And so many people get caught up in those corporate roadblocks and just give up or put their plans on the back burner. I love to help people see in themselves the gift they already have and the tools that I can give them and put it all together to cultivate their full potential and receive limitless rewards for their hard work. And finally, I want to work with people like you who take pride in their work, contribute above and beyond, and continuously strive to improve. So, with my experience and passion for helping others achieve their own outcomes, I want to share 5 strategies or mindset shifts with you. And once you discover the 5 strategies, you're going to be well on your way to reaching your goals and driving your own success rather than just being along for the ride. I can't wait to see you put these strategies into practice and start seeing the results. Are you ready to get started? Let's get down to it. Step 1, get real with your fears, limitations, strengths, and what you really want in life. What's more important, your fears and limitations, or are your strengths and what you really want out of life more important? I bet it's what you really want out of life that's more important, right? But your fears are holding you back. So why not focus on the goals front and center and let the rest go? So let's think about this for a second. Let's say that your fears fall somewhere in this list: making an investment, fear of failure, fear of trying something new, fear of putting yourself out there, rejection, or even the fear of success. These are all common. We all have fears. So what would happen if we just let them go? It sounds a little easier than it is, right? What if we were to list out all of our fears on one side of a piece of paper and list out all of our goals and plans and dreams on the other side? Imagine which side of that paper has more weight. Can you imagine letting the fears go because you've elevated your dreams and plans to a more powerful, important, and weighty level? There are ways to conquer all the fears that you have, and most of the tactics are just simple mind shifts. If you just slightly change how you think about a fear, you can change how you handle the fear. So, how are you going to conquer the fear of failure? Work hard and expect nothing. That's what you're going to do. And if you do that, you haven't failed, because if anything, you've worked hard and you've gained experience, you've learned something, and even better, you may have actually had success. So that brings me to the fear of success. This one's a little hard to pinpoint. My best description is that you get really, really close to success and then you pull back a little bit just to avoid fully succeeding. How do you overcome this one? It's actually pretty easy. All you have to do is accept the fact that you are capable of greatness. It's really that simple. If you think you're afraid of it, visualize what it's going to be like when you are successful and how you're going to handle it when it happens. Not if it happens, but when it happens. And then you can welcome it into your life. All right, the next one's a biggie, the fear of rejection. And we all have this one, or we've overcome it somehow. You might find rejection on your path to the success. In fact, most of us do. But if you don't face the risk of hearing the word no, you'll never benefit from the yeses that could have been. All right, so how about the fear of letting go? You want to control it. I get it. I am a recovering, controlling person myself. I want to control it. I want to know that I've got my finger on the pulse. But take it from the expert. You have to sometimes let go of what's holding you back and learn and grow by letting it go. And that's how you really take back the reins on your success. So evaluate your fears and take away the power that they have and give that power to the goals and dreams that you have for success. All right, I'm ready to move on to step 2. Successful people have more than one source of income. The second strategy here is to find other sources of income to gain control and reach financial freedom. Let's talk about 2 types of income: active income and passive or residual income. Active income is trading time for money. It's getting paid by time, like salary. This means that you're trading your effort and time for quick money. It's survival, but it does come with limitations, and we're familiar with these limitations, right? Income ceilings, comparison with others, bonuses that are dependent upon the success of an entire organization. So what's the other type of income? Passive or residual. This is work that you do for ends that will provide you with resources for the long term. So after you stop contributing to the effort, you're compensated again and again. Passive income is building your own empire to gain the kind of freedom that we all dream about. And unlike active, it needs a bit more dedication and hard work up front, but then it pays off in the end. Some other benefits of residual income is that you can be financially independent if you have residual income that produces enough money. Another thing is that residual income allows you to do more important things with your time. So you won't spend all your time doing activities that will gain residual income. You can focus primarily on other things, your other work efforts or your personal efforts. No matter what, the flow of income will be constant. If it's small or if it's large, but that's really important if you get sick or if you can't work for some other reason or you need to take an extended vacation even. And one last one, you can make money wherever you are. You're not tied down to a location or a specific market position. You can move around. So now that we've had this little lesson on the types of income, and I want to apologize for sounding a bit like a college professor in the past few minutes, let's think about what really this means to you. 2 thoughts that I want to leave you with that I feel are the most important about the 2 types of income and your sources of income and controlling your own success. Number 1 is absolutely diversify your income. So you don't have to rely on job security or tap into savings or investments in an emergency or even for fun. And number 2, understand that building multiple streams of income isn't a luxury anymore. It's become a necessity. If you look at US News and World Report, for example, you will not see a truly financially successful person that doesn't have multiple streams of income. So now that we have 2 strategies to work on, addressing your fears and diversifying your income, we're going to move on to step 3. Get out of your comfort zone. Ooh, this is a scary one, right? Have you ever heard this quote? The comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. You know you need to get out, but it's so warm and comfy, right? And you can trust that it'll always be there for you. It's not going anywhere forever, I promise. But the problem is your success isn't going to be found there. So how do you get out of your comfort zone? Well, there's many different tactics for doing this, but I have a few favorites that I'm going to share with you. First one is set SMART goals. So a SMART goal is S, specific, M, measurable, A, achievable, R, realistic, and T, time limited. A way to take baby steps outside of your comfort zone. Set specific goals that you can measure and achieve in a reasonable time frame. So instead of just leaping in headfirst, think about what you want and break it into measurable pieces and conquer them one at a time. So here's an example. Say you've never traveled outside of the country. You might first take a long weekend away to one country rather than taking a whole world tour, right, all at once. So with this plan, you've gained a little confidence by stepping just one toe outside of your comfort zone, and then you can move on to bigger and better next time. Another way to help you get out of your comfort zone and into a mindset of success is to practice affirmations. So if you haven't heard or aren't familiar with this, affirmations are a way to retrain our thinking and speaking into positive patterns in order to purposefully change our lives. An affirmation is a starting point on a path to change. Louise Hay is a metaphysical lecturer and teacher and the author of numerous books, including the international bestseller, You Can Heal Your Life. For over 25 years, she's helped millions of people discover their full potential by using affirmations. She states that affirmations or affirmative statements are going beyond the reality of the present into the creation of the future through words you use in the now. So when you choose to say, I am very prosperous, you may actually have very little money in the bank at the time. But what you're doing is planting seeds for future prosperity. So each time you repeat the statement, you're reaffirming the seeds that you've planted in the atmosphere of your mind. Wow, this sounds a lot like a self-fulfilling prophecy, doesn't it? So try this strategy starting today. And you can write this on a sticky note and stick it on your mirror in the bathroom if it helps. Repeat the mantra, I am in control of my success. I am successful. You can put whatever mantra you want on there, but this one is pretty general and I like it. Live as if you have the success that you want, and this mind shift is going to help you get there. So you live every day, speak every day, think every day as if you already have the success that you want. And finally, the third way that I recommend that you get out of your comfort zone is to create a bucket list. Think about the things that you want to do and see between now and the end of your days. Sounds chilling, but stick with me on this. Put everything on that bucket list that you don't want to miss. So this is something that you can do for homework, but you probably have a few things in mind right now. So I'm just going to ask you to think about those things while I continue. Aren't there things on there that will require you to step outside of your comfort zone? There's probably quite a few things that fall into that category, right? Well, what are you waiting for? If you think about the things you want from a bucket list perspective, you have no choice, right? You have to do it now or you're going to miss out. It's your last chance. So fill your bucket list with what you want to accomplish and start making it happen. All right, so let me recap quickly because we've covered the first 3 steps to controlling your own success. We've talked about letting our fears go by embracing our goals and giving them more importance than our fears. Put those goals up on a pedestal. We've talked about the importance of expanding your sources of income. This is vital to financial success. And we've talked about getting out of your comfort zone and 3 easy ways to do that. So how are you feeling? So far, I bet this all sounds doable, right? We're more than halfway there. Are you ready for step 4? All right. Step 4. Choose and associate yourself with a business model that is financially sound and has proven success. There are a plethora of companies out there that might fit this description, but I'm going to go into a little bit more detail to help you decide which companies actually fit. First, you want to get involved with a business that has a great reputation, one with experts in the field that are backing it. Number 2, you want a business to be growing financially and be successful ongoing. This requires a sound, proven business model. You want a company that creates a product or service that people want to use and that they will share with others. 4, innovation front and center. Clear long-term plans and past innovations that prove future innovation success. And 5, you want a business that is supported by the industry that it's in. All right, so there are companies out there that will fit this model, but right now I want to talk a little bit about Rodan and Fields. Rodan and Fields is a skincare company, and it's a perfect example. It fits all of these categories for good features that an organization that you want to be involved with has. I want to introduce you to Joanne and Sarah. So, Joanne and Sarah have achieved all the things that we've been talking about because of their decision to partner with the doctors Rodan and Fields. They've both had long-term success in their corporate careers. They both experience a typical corporate limitations. They've been each involved in the business or invited into the business by another corporate go-getter, just like themselves, someone who's always striving to improve and someone who's always doing the right thing at the right time and working hard. Both of them were skeptical at first because they were used to salaried employment and working hard in their career, and doing something extra or different was something that they weren't sure that they could fit into their lives. But they considered the reputation of the company and the person who introduced it to them, and they knew that they didn't want to miss out. So they each snatched up the opportunity and they haven't slowed down. And now you'll hear that they work on their own terms and they control their own outcomes and they love every minute of building their legacy for themselves and their families, and they spend more time with their families. So you can go ahead and dial the number on this slide and the code, and you can listen to the story from their point of view. And you'll hear how they started, what they're skeptical about at first, and now how they feel now after a few years in the business. If you have some questions after you listen, have some ideas, want more information, I'm happy to share it with you after this workshop. And I'll give you an opportunity and a way to reach out to me later in the workshop. All right, so now we have gotten real with ourselves. We've transitioned to a new mindset and we've tackled the importance of diversifying our sources of income. We have ventured outside of our comfort zone just a little, and we've learned about the amazing gift that is a business model that fits specific criteria for success. So what's the final piece? Step 5 is the importance of building mentoring relationships. So, according to Forbes, the best way to cut your learning curve and achieve a specific result is to find people who have already achieved what you want and then model their behavior. Rather than trying to figure it all out on your own, find someone who has already achieved what you want. Determine how this person did it and then model this behavior and make it your own. So think about it. Back to those organizations that we talked about in step 4, you want to find an organization that has a strong business model and that has that support, one that has mentoring built into the system, one that has support of your partners in the organization and your business partners. They're going to help you because they want you to be successful. We've all heard about mentoring and how important it is. This works in every line of business. All right, so I bet there are new ideas in your head and things that you've been thinking about that you wouldn't have swimming around in there if you hadn't signed up for this workshop, right? Are you having a little bit of excitement and a desire to maybe channel your passion and energy into something that's all yours? All yours, not someone else's. Are you ready to take the reins to your success? Because if you are, you have the steps, right? I'm going to go back for a second and just revisit the promise that I just made you earlier today. A step-by-step program that will show you how to take control of your own prosperity using skills that you already have in a way that adds value to others and allows you to match your passion and commitment to your achievements. You're going to be able to give back and help others, become the subject matter expert that you are meant to be, channel your efforts into activities that give back, be a part of the right organization, and achieve income that you deserve. So now that you have the plan, how are you going to get there? How are you going to put that plan into action? Well, you're going to get real with yourself. You're going to expand your sources of income like most successful people do. You're going to get the heck out of your comfort zone because that's not where your success is. And you're going to choose the right business, one with integrity, proven success, long-term growth plans. And to ensure your path, you're going to find a mentor that is fully committed to your success and to supporting you in your journey. Once you put these 5 strategies into place, you're going to relish in your family during your free time, and you're going to know that your time is spent doing what is meant for you to do. You're going to have more energy and passion for all of your chosen activities, and this energy and passion is going to be driven by the results that you see. You'll be recognized for the value that you bring to the table, and you're going to be able to surround yourself with people that you want to work with. That's right, you can choose who you work with. Wouldn't that be nice? You're going to have financial freedom that you crave for yourself and your family, and that's going to open even more doors for you. There could be even more after this. You'll be able to continue to give back to your community, but now in bigger ways that better coincide with how you feel in your heart. Doesn't that all sound great? It's not too good to be true. This is all achievable. But now you have a choice. Do you want to change the trajectory of your future? Do you want to grow personally and financially? Do you want to realize all the success that is yours? If your answer to these questions is yes, I've set aside time to speak with you personally over the next few days, and we'll talk about how you can implement these steps now into your life and be on your way to driving your own success. During this strategy session, we will talk about your personal goals and where you want to go. And using the strategies that we learned today, we'll set up a step-by-step plan that works for you, where you are in your life and what your goals are. And there's no cost for the strategy session. It's totally free for those of you who are attending this workshop today. So why am I doing this? Well, I'm going to go back to when I talked about myself a little bit. I truly want to help people that are hardworking and dedicated have the opportunity to be in control. This is something that I have realized myself, and I wish someone else had helped me get there sooner. I want to share it with like-minded people. Remember, I want to work with people like you who take pride in their work and contribute above and beyond and continuously strive to improve. So let me just revisit exactly who this opportunity is for. Make no mistake, this is custom made for people who work hard and are committed. It's made for people who are not afraid of a challenge and someone who does what needs to be done and doesn't just give up. Successful people are full of energy when they're doing something that is motivating and inspiring. And of course, self-driven, successful people know the importance of nurturing yourself. So if this all sounds like you and you want to explore it a little bit more, I encourage you to book a session now with me. And you can call me here on my phone number, 302-547-2229, or you can go ahead and schedule online at this link that I provided, secure.scheduleonce.com/nurture-your-destiny. Either way is fine. As a special gift to the truly motivated, if you schedule your session today, you're going to receive a free PDF of the workshop that we just talked about today so that you can review the 5 strategies that we went over, and you'll receive my favorite strengths and skills analysis test, and that's going to help you clearly understand your own strengths and your not so strengths and what those things say about you, and how you can use them to drive your own success more effectively. So you can bring your results to our strategy session, and then we can incorporate those strengths into your personalized step-by-step plan for taking control of your own success. I look forward to speaking with you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today.